Tet McMillan, I think, is the pretty clear wide receiver one. I think it's kind of become trendy in recent weeks to sort of knock on him. He was the guy that everybody kind of talked about as a pretty much the consensus 102 when you do mocks early in the offseason. It seems like he's fallen some to 103, 104. I've seen him go like 105, 106 in some mocks. But I think it's just kind of people are going to nitpick the top guys. I do think there's a chance that he slides further than expected in the NFL draft because initially it was like he was a lock for the top 10, but it seems like he's being mocked more in the middle of the first now. But I think that there's still a chance he does go to one of those top spots 4, 5, 6, New England, Jacksonville, Las Vegas. And if he does, I think that all of a sudden that changes things. And I think he is the pretty clear 102 in this class. But he's 6'5", 212 pounds. The guy is a jump ball machine, contested catches all over the place. He played in honestly not a great offense, not great quarterback play, but he elevated that team. Some of the comparisons I see are sort of Mike Evans, Drake London. Those are two that I keep seeing. And I think those are good comparisons. I think that he's the guy that can really be a strong X on really any team. And I see some open field speed too. Like it's not like he's just a big lumbering guy. Freak athlete. His 2023, he had 90 catches for 1402 and 10 touchdowns. And then his 2024, I guess, was a slight regression, but really pretty consistent. 84 catches, 13, 19 yards, and 8 touchdowns. Again, on a very mediocre Arizona team, he still was able to make plays. And we've talked about other guys like Ollie Gordon last week. We'll talk about Luther Burden a bit later on teams that just weren't like dynamic offenses and how their numbers got hit a little bit. But Tet was able to stay pretty consistent even in a pretty weak offense in 2024. There's a lot to like there. He's big, he's fast, he's strong. He just has all of the components that you look for in an NFL receiver. And I think if somebody I think Las Vegas is a perfect landing spot for him. You got Chip Kelly now is the offensive coordinator there. They brought in Geno Smith, who likes to sling it around. You got Brock Bowers to take away some of those short targets, take some of the pressure off. I think that would be a good landing spot. I think New England would be a good landing spot as the number one receiver for Drake May. That could be a very fun landing spot. And I think even Jacksonville, like we talked about, opposite Brian Thomas. Can you imagine that combo?
Okay.
That would give defenses nightmares. So, yeah, I really like Tet. I do think that he'll end up getting drafted in a spot where he'll be no lower than the 103 in most rookie drafts. It depends on if one of those running backs gets really good. Round one capital, we might see maybe Omarion Hampton end up too, but it depends. But I still really like Tet, and I have him ranked as my number 2 overall player and a pretty clear-cut wide receiver.